It's Tuesday morning, 8:43, October 28th. Man, we really are headed into November. Kind of crazy. Happy birthday, Chuck A. Jan. I see it coming in. Chucky, my cousin. When's the last time you ever had your patience really tested? Tested. Well, you knew something good was on the way, but you have to sit and wait. I remember before I started this business, I was working for a trucking outfit, the Hill Brothers Chemical in town. And I drove a tractor trailer for them. And used to haul hazardous chemicals to all kinds of businesses throughout Tucson. And the truck that they had when I came on board was this old dilapidated truck. And man, it was deficient in every way imaginable. No air conditioning. Constant mechanical problems. Just old, disgusting, you know? And I remember, I think the worst part of it really was that there was no AC. I mean, the truck was really old. And anyone who's familiar with the summers here in Tucson knows that you're sitting over an engine in a vehicle with no AC in the summertime where it can get 113 degrees. And it's hotter than that inside the cab, you know, just crazy. And you're doing very physical work, like the stuff that I was doing for this outfit. So I'd be moving around 55-gallon drums of nitric acid, sulfuric acid, and all these different chemicals, you know. And so it was hard work. In fact, that job gave me a hernia. In fact, it gave the person that I took the person that had that position before me also got hernia from that job. It's just, you know, heavy work. Oh man. But this truck, oh my God, it was tough. And I mean, you know, by the end of the day, you're just wiped out. You're just wiped out because of the heat. And you take your clothes off at home and they're all stiff and white from the salt coming out of your body. And it's just like, you know, just awful. It was like that in Iraq too. But this was, you know, and I loved this job. I really liked it, you know, but this part of it was just like, so hard to deal with, you know. And you were just like, you're starting off fresh in the day and you're feeling good. And you just know by the end of the day, you're going to be totally wrecked, you know? Well, one day, the owner of the company who came in from Phoenix, because they had multiple locations, and one of them, the biggest one, was in Phoenix. And he came down. This is the owner. And he spent the day there. And he was just looking around, checking everything out, you know. And then he came to me at some point during the day, and he's like, Anthony, do you have any concerns? You know, is there anything that you want to tell me? I wasn't sure what I should do. And I said, well, there is one thing. It's that truck. And he's just waiting for me to talk. And I said, it doesn't have AC. And it's hard to do this work and not have, period of comfort at all throughout the whole day, and you're just wrecked by the time you get back here. And he was just like so sympathetic. And he was really listening to what I was saying. And we went out there and looked at the truck, and I was showing him all this stuff about it. And he was really listening. And I was finished talking with him and just went back to work. And I never thought anything of it. I just didn't know. I wasn't expecting anything at all to change. I didn't, So we were done, and he went about his day and eventually left, and I went about my work. And then there was maybe 6 weeks or something like that went by. And my manager, Terry, told me that they were going to get a new truck, that I was going to get a new truck, a new tractor trailer. New, like brand new, factory new. And I was just like, what? What? So he listened to everything I said and decided that it wasn't good enough for the people who were working there, and they wanted something better, and so he decided to buy a brand new truck. But it wasn't going to come right away because it had to be ordered. They had to make it to whatever specifications, and so it was going to be a wait. And let me tell you, every day that I was sweating it out in that truck, and I don't know, it made it harder because, you knew that that there was something better on the way, and that it was being prepared for me, and that it was going to make everything so much better. But I couldn't have it right there and then. And so I was like, I don't know what was worse, man, going through it, not expecting anything, or going through and suffering through the day with that old truck, knowing that something better was on the way in the future, that it was being prepared, and it was agonizing. And you'd just be like, well, pretty soon it's going to be winter and it won't even matter. And it's like, I don't want that new truck. And just keep obsessing and thinking about that truck and what it was going to be like, to sit in a seat that doesn't sag or tilt over to the side, or bottom out when you hit a bump. And it's just like, it was maddening. Waiting. But when it came, oh my God, I showed up one day and it was there. Brand new. White. Clean. That new truck smell. Tires that were brand new. Everything was so sweet. It had a radio and it had air conditioner and it worked. It had everything. It was so clean. All brand new. And the wait was finally over. And I'm going to tell you something. With your spiritual awakening, you're going to be faced with a period of time that's just like that. You're at the end of your boot camp, your spiritual boot camp. And the universe is telling you that we have something amazing for you, Anthony. It's waiting for you. It's coming. And it's just for you, and it's brand new, and it's going to have all the bells and whistles that you want and like. And you're going to have this amazing life. And you're like, well, where is it? I'm done with my boot camp, but where is it? Where's the banquet? And the universe says, Anthony, we have to prepare what's coming for you. It's not ready, but we're working on it, and it's going to be here soon. But you're just going to have to be patient. And you're like, I've been patient. I've done everything you've asked. I've found myself. I've worked harder. I've worked smarter. I started this new aspect of communication. I've made over 100 videos. I'm connecting with people I never connected with before. I'm bringing in the new world. I'm doing everything you asked me to do. And now I'm doing these things not out of obligation, but love. And the universe is like, we know, and we're so proud of you. And we notice, and we couldn't be happier. And I'm like, but I could. Why? What is this? Like, why even tell me that it's coming? How about just freaking this surprise me or something? Like, why do you have to tell me ahead of time to make me wait and wait and wait? And the universe says, oh, well, yeah, about that. Well, we're trying to teach you how to trust. I'm like, excuse me? And the universe is like, yeah, we want you to develop trust and patience. And it's just, go about what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing, just making yourself better, and get back into the gym and start, eating good again and all that kind of stuff, and just live your life, and your blessings will have this soft landing to come in with. And I'm like, when? Well, we can't tell you that. And I'm like, but you know. And you're like, yes, we know, but we can't tell you that because if we tell you what's coming your way, you're gonna fuck it up. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but you just will, because you will. Now, I wish to God that we could tell you. I want to, but I want you to have these blessings more. And you're going to have these blessings. They're coming. But you're going to have to be patient. And you're going to have to wait. And you're just going to find this to be infuriating. This part of it where it seems like you're being told that everything that you've done up until this point is magnificent, that you're amazing, that you have achieved and surpassed all expectations on the universe is so proud. And yet, your blessings, you must wait. I will say this. The universe has thrown me a few breadcrumbs. And I can't sit here and be intellectually honest with you and tell you that it hasn't shown me good faith. Because it has. Oh. It's just that there's something that I want more. And the universe tells me it's coming. But the breadcrumbs that the universe has thrown my way are significant. And I have to be honest, it is a good faith gesture on the part of the universe that probably doesn't have to do that. It's so hard, when you really want something. You know it's coming. But you're still being tested. And right now, your test is exercise in patience and faith. That might be the hardest lesson through all of this. At least when you're going through the dark night of the soul, the spiritual awakening itself, you're busy, and you're doing stuff, man. You're moving and you're like engaged and you're just like, everything is like, there's this frantic energy everywhere and you're just super immersed in this new world, this new way of seeing things. And then as things start to settle, the universe starts showing you how it's going to set the table for that banquet. And you think, oh, cool. This is like right around the corner. But it's not around the corner, but it's like around 2 corners, maybe. And your measure of time isn't the universe's measure of time. For me, it's so hard because when I make decisions, man, I just do it. I can do it. I can change direction on a dime. I just say, hey, I'm going in this direction, and I do it. It doesn't take me months to decide, to start moving. And I don't know, man. It's really hard for me. It's really hard for me because it seems like all of this is moving in slow motion. The universe is in slow motion. And yeah, so that's what it's like when you're at the end. You're about to graduate, boot camp, your spiritual boot camp. You're right there. You're ready for graduation. You're ready, but you're not ready. Yeah. Oh my God. I wonder how many people need to hear this. Universe says, don't give up. I'm getting all of those messages all over the place. Don't give up. Don't give it. It's just about to turn. And you're like, you've been saying that for 6 weeks already. I know, but it's true. And just don't give up. You're almost there. Don't give up now. It's like, you're killing me. I'm so over this. And universe, I keep your eye on the prize. I'm like, keep her. Nobody's worth all this trouble. And the universe says, we know you don't mean that. This will be over soon. So I'm just passing this message along to whoever needs to hear it. Don't give up. No. I love you. I wish you the best. It's a pretty nice day out. I think I'm gonna go get some fresh air. I'll see you.